Tammy Kerr with Epicure, Senior Founding Leader here in the U.S. I wanted to come live tonight to do one of my favorite meals, and it's actually one of the first meals that we've ever had with Epicure, and it's out of one of our Good Food Real Fast meal kits. So we're going to go over it. Good Food Real Fast basically lets you go from raw to ready in under 20 minutes, so getting a meal on the table in under 20 minutes. So tonight we're going to make fajitas, and that is out of our Mexican kit. I am going to share this video real quick because I'm sharing it into a party for a friend of mine as well. So if you will bear with me for one moment till I get those shares going, and then we'll be all set. Go ahead and get that. Awesome. All right. And we should be good to go there. Fabulous. All right. As we go along, certainly if you have questions, I've got my husband kind of hanging out on the sidelines. He's my helper tonight. So if you do have questions, you can certainly type them in the event, type them down in the comments, and then we will have him ask me or we'll respond. If not, I'll certainly respond right after to get back with you with any information that you might need as well. So, all right, that being said, we're just going to go ahead. We'll jump right in here. It looks like we've got some good stuff going there. Awesome. And one more spot, friends. Great. All right. That's doing good. All right, we'll share that right into Dina's party, and great. All right. That looks like Jen's on. Hey, Jen, I can see you. I'm not seeing real clear because my glasses are for closer than they are far away, but I do see you there. Arlene, I see you as well. Looks like I've got my Chambers Hill people jumping on, so that's pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and then what I will do, like I said, if you have questions, feel free. I'll try to answer them as we go along, but if not, we'll certainly pick them up in the comments below. So what I'm cooking from tonight, real quick and easy, we're having fajitas. We're going to have fresh guacamole and fresh salsa as well. So I'm going to start our fajitas first because those are going to take about 7 minutes in the microwave, which is crazy, right? To be done that fast. But I'm cooking from our Mexican Good Food Real Fast kit. All of our Good Food Real Fast kits come with 5 laminated recipe cards for making the meals that come with the kit. In addition to that, though, you're going to get full-size products, and this particular kit comes with 4. You're going to have our guacamole seasoning in the Mexican kit, our poco picante for salsa and other goodies, nacho cheese, which we're not going to make tonight, and then our fajita seasoning. So I'm going to cook with three of the 4 products tonight. Other recipes for the products can also be found on my website. But what I want you to see too is you're getting full-size jars when you get your meal kits. So in each meal kit, you have enough product to make 40 servings of whatever meal you choose, or it doesn't have to be just one meal. You can make a wide variety of meals. In addition to those 40 servings, you are going to have some leftover that you can do some appetizers and things like that as well. So, or if you find one favorite meal that you like out of them, you can certainly cook that meal a couple times over. So 40 servings per kit. Average pricing ranges around $30, $33 depending on which meal plans you pick. We do have 5 to pick from. We have Mexican, we have Italian, we have Greek, we have our burger seasoning, and we have an Asian kit. I have cooked from all of them, so I will tell you, we found something that we like in each of those kits. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm cooking tonight using our multi-purpose steamer. Those of you that have been following me, I know you've seen the steamer, you've seen me post videos of the steamer. This is game changer for us. This one we use in our house at least once, if not twice a day for at least 2 meals. To the point where oftentimes we're like, where's it at? Oh, it needs washed, it's in the sink. So I did end up getting us 2 along with our knives, and I'll talk about that when I get there too. But we are using Epicure in our house every day, quite frequently, to prepare good healthy meals that are easy, number one, time-wise, but also that are easy for us to think about what we're going to cook, because all the legwork's already done. You're basically adding proteins and vegetables, and at the end of it you come out with a really healthy meal that you don't have to worry about, you know, am I feeding my family something bad? What's in my meal? You actually know. Our products we do have, and I do have it posted, but I can certainly post that again. we have our never ever list that has all the things that you will never ever find in our products. So we believe in cooking from scratch, good food real fast, raw to ready. That's the biggest thing. But tonight we're going to do this real fast. Fajitas was actually the first meal I ever made with Epicure, and we absolutely love them. In our multi-purpose steamer, no, this is the multi-purpose. We also have a rectangle steamer, which is the smaller size. Multi-purpose steamer will feed 4 to 6 people. As you can see, that's quite a big amount of area, and it's pretty high. So for like a vat, I call it my vat of food. We've actually made lasagna in this as well. We made lasagna in 18 minutes in the microwave. Normal lasagna is what, hour and 25 minutes? No longer do you have to wait that long. It tastes just as great. I know some people are like, oh, you're cooking in the microwave, is that healthy? Our silicone is food grade silicone, and basically in the steamers, you're not exactly radiating your food. You are steaming your food. So the silicone steamer actually protects the food, acts as a barrier, but in addition to that, it creates the steam process, and the steam process is what's cooking your food healthy and natural without any extra bad fats or anything like that as well. But it also cuts your cooking times in half, which is absolutely crazy. So with our multi-purpose steamer, we do have what little riser that comes in here as well. That'll allow you to do your whole meal in one step. It's nice because you can put your proteins on the bottom if you wish. Up top, you can go ahead and put your vegetables and cook everything all at one time. It'll all get done at the same time. You'll find your meats are going to be tender and juicy, and they're going to actually take in the flavors of whatever else you put vegetable-wise on top. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting our veggies first for the fajitas, and then I will finish that off with our chicken that's going to go in the fajitas. So quick and easy. Let me just shove that to the side there. What I'm using is our Prep Pro paring knife. I actually have 2 because I believe in keeping separate utensils when you're cutting, proteins and chicken and things like that, so we don't cross-contaminate. So I'm going to cut our vegetables first. Certainly so that we don't cross-contaminate the chicken into anything else. So basically just taking green pepper, red pepper, and yellow pepper. Most of these are from the garden. It's like the last of what we were able to get before the frost came through last week. So what I love about this knife, I am like using no pressure at all. It cuts through things like butter. I cut through frozen chicken breast just about as easily as you see me slicing right through this green pepper. Real simple, real easy. Prep Pro paring knives run $17. It's probably the best investment I've made in my kitchen in a while because it cuts that easy. I don't really use any other knives now. If my Prep Pro is dirty, which it isn't dirty, I usually rinse it the minute I'm done with it. But if my Prep Pro is dirty, I will wash it before digging a different knife out of the block because it's that nice. So basically I'm just cutting up my vegetables, dropping them in the steamer. Get those in there for you. Did I have a question?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry, my helper's asking me a question. Go ahead.
Miss Jen asked, will these kits help with weight loss?
Absolutely. Depending what you put with them, if you are cooking according to recipes, absolutely. Epicure has a plan, and actually my husband Bruce and I have been eating on this plan since September 9th. We have the Good Food Real Results program, which is what we're eating from, and basically that is portion control versus having a balanced, and includes having a balanced plate. Balance is very important. I know a lot of people believe in you're going to cut this out of your diet and cut that out of your diet. It's not about cutting everything out. It's about having balance, and once you create balance, your body knows what to do with that. When you cut things out and you say, oh, I'm not allowed to have this or I'm not allowed to have that, your body doesn't know what to do, and then it goes into a mode of starvation, and you may lose weight for a short period of time, but certainly it's going to catch up where things will slow down for you. So what we're doing though, but these meals are all based on using healthy ingredients, so using your raw vegetables and using proteins that are recommended. Okay, got another one?
No, I was going to say, how many pounds have I lost?
Oh, I have to tell our weight loss apparently. So, since September 9th, my husband Bruce is down how many?
30.
You're 30 as well, okay.
Yep.
So Friday, I hit 30 pounds. September 9th. I have to tell you, that's great. I didn't know you were at that number. He just got home. He's been on a trip, so he must have just weighed. But at any rate, that's huge for us because I will tell you, number one, we like to eat, so being deprived is not a good thing in this house. But we are eating full balanced plate meals that we are making from scratch. Every day we have 3 meals a day. Our plates are sometimes so full that we can't eat everything that's on it. But in addition to that, we're not doing any in between or any snacking. What we're finding is that the food that we're eating at each meal is holding us over because our bodies are getting what it needs to hold us over and give us enough energy to make it to the next meal. But I think our favorite part of the day is dessert because we do get dessert every night. I don't know if you've seen some of my other posts, and I'll certainly put some more up, but we are having chocolate pudding, we're having apple crisp, so we're having brownies. It's not like we're having things we're not allowed to have. Oh, and gingerbread. We have gingerbread at night as well with caramel sauce, so you don't have to not allow yourself to have the good things that you like. So that being said, I'm almost finished with these peppers, and then I'm going to cut up this onion real quick. So you just cut up a few peppers, whatever. It calls for, I think, two on the recipe, or 1.5. I like a variety of colors. I just have them thrown in here, as you can see, nothing fancy. And then I'm going to cut this onion very quickly. The other thing I like, this knife is great for cutting out. I probably should move these so you can see a little better. This knife is great for cutting onions. And if you're like me, I need my onions cut fast because I don't want to cry. I hate crying when I'm doing onions. But there is a trick, and I don't know if you know that, a chef trick to cutting onions. Put a cracker or a piece of bread in the roof of your mouth while you're cutting, and you will not tear up and cry. It actually blocks the receptors that cause the tears. So just a nice little trick there for you. Yeah, goes right up to the roof of your mouth.
Breathe through your mouth and out through your nose. Breathe
through your mouth, out through your nose. So my husband was a chef, so he can say that. Me, not so much, but I'm learning, and I'm actually getting a lot better because of Epicure. So it makes me look like I know what I'm doing. It makes me look like I know how to cook. And clearly you can see I'm not putting a lot of effort into this. I'm just chopping and kind of throwing things into the steamer. So the bottom of my steamer is ready. I'm going to cut up chicken here in just a moment. We're going to get this into the microwave. And what we got for our fajitas is calling for 1 pound of sliced chicken breast. That's going in, 2 peppers, and 2 tablespoons of seasoning. So this is our fajita seasoning. I'm using our 4-in-1 measuring spoon, probably my new best friend in the kitchen. Couple reasons. This one is amazing because how many times do you have 4 measuring spoons, and I have little sets of them that are cute and whatnot, but when you go to use your measuring spoons, you're missing one. It's usually the one you need that you're missing. This keeps it all in one tool. It's absolutely incredible. 1 tablespoon on this end, 1 teaspoon on this end. On the back side, you have a 1/2 teaspoon. And then basically what you're going to do is you're going to dip it down into, there's a little line here. If you need a 1/4 teaspoon, you just dip into the little line and you get a 1/4 teaspoon. One of my favorite items, one of our least expensive items, $5. The other thing I love about Epicure, it lets us cook healthy, it lets us cook fast, but it's also economical. Our items are not outrageously priced. They fit with any budget, and they fit in your grocery budget. So anyway, the other thing that's nice about this spoon, it fits inside all of our jars, so you don't need to pour and chance wasting your seasoning. You're basically going to dip down in your jar, twist, and pull out your measure that you need. So there is 1 tablespoon. I'm going to put the other tablespoon over top the chicken. I'm just sprinkling this right over our vegetables. Okay. I am ready to cut chicken. Pull that aside. I always cut my vegetables first. Like I said, I don't like to cross-contaminate. I'm cutting on our dual-sided cutting board. It has rubber feet on both sides so it won't slip on your counter. I'm just going to flip it. We'll cut chicken on the opposite side. That way we're not contaminating or cross-contaminating anything. I've got 1 chicken breast here. This particular chicken breast is a little bit frozen yet. I had it out to thaw, but we're not quite there yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just trim this off here. But being that this is frozen, as I told you earlier, I can cut through a frozen chicken breast like nobody's business with our knives. This just goes straight through. I do have a couple people who have ordered 2 now because they got 1 and they love it so much. It is our ceramic Chef Prep Pro knife. But what I want to caution you about, because it is made of ceramic, this is glass, this is ceramic, it will break. So If you drop it on your ceramic tile or you drop it on your wood, chances are it's just going to shatter. So please use caution when you're using it. When I'm finished with it, I hand wash it in the sink, literally just rinsing and hand washing it off. I actually have a spot, I just lay it to the side of the sink with the cover on it. It does come with a cover. It also comes with a great box as well. But you have your safety cover. Super sharp. I have not cut myself with it yet, but I could easily see that that could happen. Best knife I've ever owned. You do not need to sharpen it. And it runs about $17. Super reasonable. So anyway, also one other caution, I would not dishwash this unless you're top racking it and flat. If you put it in your dishwasher with your other utensils, chances are it's going to bang around and it could break. So anyway, best thing I've ever had as far as knives go. And I have used some really expensive knives as well, but this is probably one of the best I've used. So we're almost done here. We'll get this put into the microwave and then we'll be making our fresh salsa and guacamole. Super easy. So far for our meal, all I did was cut up peppers, onions, and now chicken. I'm going to put the chicken in here. And we'll just layer that all over the top in the steamer. And you can certainly reverse this. You don't have to have it on the top. It can certainly be on the bottom and your vegetables can be. But the other thing that's nice with the steaming is that the flavors will actually circulate through. So you'll find that all of your food will be good in flavor. And I did say I was going to use that other tablespoon on top of the chicken, so same thing. Dip straight down in. Get a teaspoon, and now I'm just sprinkling that on top of the chicken. Okay. That's it, friends, for fajitas. Put my lid on the top of the steamer. There are 3 vent ports. Just be careful when you pull it back out of the microwave because it is going to be hot and it has been steaming. When you pull it out of the microwave, make sure when you open it that you put these vents away from you and open away. That way you're not getting the steam coming back at you. So let me pop this on. I'm going to pop this in the microwave. I'm going to go 7 minutes in the microwave. Oh, I don't even have to leave. But I do want to rinse my hand real quick. Okay, great. Awesome. All right. So we've got all our veggies cut up. Everything's gone that way. I'll give you that. Thank you. All right. Next up, I think we're going to make some guacamole. Who likes fresh guacamole? Does anyone go to the Mexican restaurant and pay extra so they can like make it in front of you? It's like our favorite thing to do. But now we can do that at home. So same thing. I'll grab that knife. I don't want to use that one. Got my other knife. And through these avocados. 2 avocados is what the main recipe calls for, so you just pop your avocados in half. Hey, hon, can you get me a spoon? Sure. I forgot to put a spoon over here. And then trick to pulling out your seed, just hit your knife into it and twist. Okay. Yep, that'll work. Thank you. You can run your knife around the inside. I prefer just using a spoon and pulling that insides right out. Go. Excellent. Go again. Awesome. Pop that in half. Get your knife into the center. Oops. Sure. There you go. And pull your seed. And then just scoop your avocado right out. And of course, y'all know you don't want to be scooping out an avocado that the outside is green because chances are it is not going to be ready. It'll be a little harder on the inside to work with. Okay, these are good and ripe, which is just the way we want them. Great. Okay, so next up is our guacamole seasoning. Literally avocados, guacamole seasoning, and we're going to add some lime juice. Super, super easy. This calls for, I should have looked at that before I turned it sideways. You'd think I'd have that memorized by now. This is going to be 3 tablespoons. Same thing. Your 4-in-1 measuring. 3 tablespoons just sprinkled over. And the guacamole seasoning is also great if you don't want to just put it in guacamole or say you don't like avocados. It's also great to put in like scrambled eggs, things like that. It gives it a little extra kick, a little extra flavor. And like I said, all these items that I'm using are coming out of our Good Food Real Fast Mexican kit. But each one of our flavored kits, you have tons of flavors to pick from, or tons of different types of menus to pick from. But in addition to that, on my website, on the USA website for Epicure, you have other recipes on how to use these items as well. So what I've got in there, I've got my avocados, I've got my guacamole seasoning. I'm going to use, and I love this, it is called our meat separator. I call it our chopper because I use it for everything. If I'm making ground beef, and how you're making ground beef for tacos or sloppy joes, you can just crunch it up in the pan. It'll keep it separate and it'll keep it nice and ground up. I also love this for making a chopped salad. So all your leafy vegetables, throw all that in a bowl. You can throw some cucumbers, whatnot. The end of this is super, it's all plastic here, silicone handle. The end is super, super sharp. So you can just chop, and it'll chop your lettuce and all of that and make a nice chopped salad quick and easy without a lot of extra cutting. I'm just going to use it to chop up our guacamole, our avocados for the guacamole. And well, I put the seasoning in there a while so that as I'm chopping, it's actually just going to put the seasoning right into it. It'll get things mixed up a little bit better and kind of let the flavors start to soak in with the seasoning in it a while. You, but we like our guacamole thick and kind of chunky, which is nice. If you like a thinner guacamole or a more creamy guacamole, you can always add some sour cream to that as well. It does call for some lime juice. It calls for a splash of lime. I like to put at least a half a lime when I'm making a single shot recipe of it. Is there questions going on? Oh, that's Judy. Guacamole is great. You're right. All right, so I'm using our 2-in-1 citrus press. Another great item. This came into my business kit. I never owned a citrus press or a lemon press or anything like that until Epicure, so I'm super excited about it. You've got 2 spots you can go in. Your limes will go in the green, lemons in the yellow. You can make fresh squeezed lemonade, limeade, what have you, but it's always nice to add that fresh splash of lime. Growing up, I know my grandmother always had that little plastic lemon bottle in the refrigerator and the little plastic limes. I always thought they were kind of fun to play with. That's a great backup for lemon lime juice, but I prefer it fresh. So it's just going to call for a splash. I'm just going to put that lime juice right over top. Awesome. You're all set. And then ready to go. It squeezes out the most amount of lime juice I've ever seen. Like if I were running this on a juicer by hand, I don't think I'd get the amount of juice that I get when I use the press. All right, so I've got my juice in there. I've got my avocados, and I've got my Fajitas seasoning. So I'm just going to smash that down just a little bit more. Get that juice mixed into that. So we'll get that. And then next up, we will mix up some salsa. Don't mind our sink running over there. My helper likes to do dishes as I go, apparently. I think I'm going to need to keep him here more often for this. Alright, so fresh guacamole is done and ready to rock. Very easy. Set that over to the side there. I'm going to cut up some fresh tomatoes for our salsa. Salsa is using our Poco Picante seasoning, another great one that you can put in eggs as well. I've used it in burger seasoning too. It just gives things a nice little kick. It's not super hot. If you want to make it super hot, you can certainly take it up a notch or two. And we also have a great, doesn't come in a kit, but we also have a great chipotle seasoning that also can help you get some heat if you really like it super hot. So, I have another bowl. I don't want to use that one. Thanks. So I'm just cutting up tomatoes. The salsa you can make from canned tomatoes as well. I will tell you, when you make it from canned, I tend to say use the low sodium ones. If you use ones that have the sodium in, they tend to be a little more tart. But I prefer, when tomatoes are good and still in season, I prefer fresh tomato salsa. It just has a better flavor, I think, as well. But as you see, quick and easy, making quick and easy of this cutting work. Microwave has dinged. We're going to take a look at that in just a moment. I'm going to get the salsa mixed up. We're going to let that rest for just a moment till I can clear this area. So we put that in for 7 minutes, folks. You want to take a look, make sure your chicken looks done.
The chicken is cooked.
I think that's probably the most impressive part for me. I actually was watching something the other day, and I saw that you can do a whole roaster chicken in the multi-purpose steamer in under 20 minutes. How crazy is that, right? So think about what that looks like when you're making a roast chicken in the oven. You usually are putting it in there and watching it for well over at least an hour, at close to 45 minutes to an hour. I just love how much time savings and how light the work is when I'm cooking in the multi-purpose steamers. I have the rectangle as well, which is the smaller friend that serves 2 people, where the larger multi-purpose steamer feeds 4 to 6, even as much as 8 people. So definitely, you know, I like to say, look at what you think you're going to be cooking the most of, or if you cook for both that way, feel free to grab them both. They are very reasonable. Multi-purpose, the larger one runs $44, and then the small rectangle steamer runs $22. In addition to steaming meals in there, I've done, like I said, I've done apple crisp. I think something that we enjoy, and this is certainly sometimes as our dessert at night, is popcorn. So you start with fresh, like whole kernel popcorn. No oil is needed, and you're going to literally put the bottom layer of the steamer, just cover it with the kernels and put it in for about 3.5 minutes in the microwave. That's in the multi-purpose, the larger one. And you'll notice, like, in that time you'll hear it popping. And you know, like microwave popcorn, you listen for the pop to stop. But what I like is it doesn't have any of the bad chemicals that microwave popcorn has, but it also, you don't have any fats to it either. You're literally steaming the popcorn, and it pops up just as nice and just as fresh as if you were doing it in oil or anything like that. Then when you take your popcorn out, certainly season it. You can use dry blends, dry seasonings anywhere you'd like on it, and you're not adding anything bad to it. Or certainly if you wanted to melt some butter and drizzle over, that would be fine too. You can also make it in the small rectangle steamer, which is kind of cool. So if you don't want a big amount, just put the same thing, just layer small on the bottom and let it pop up. I will tell you, when you do it that way, just keep an eye on it. The other week I made it, and I might have put too many kernels in because it started popping up like the old Jiffy Time pop, and the lid started coming off, but it was just as good. So certainly just one more thing and one more use for the steamers as well. All your steamers will come with a card, and it tells you, gives you ideas of what you can make in it. Great for steaming vegetables, rice, quinoa, things like that. I can get quinoa done in 5 minutes. Baked potatoes we've thrown in it as well. Alright, I'm going to hand off this cutting board because I've got some tomato juice and a little bit of extra stuff on here that I just want to get rid of. I'm not doing my dishes, I just like to get them out of here. Thank you. Alright, so poco picante. This one is going to be easy. 2 tablespoons mixed in with 1 cup of diced tomatoes and a splash of lime juice. So I still have that other half a lime that I can use. 2 tablespoons, nice and easy, fits straight in the jar. Just 1. And there's 2 tablespoons. Super simple. I'll use my citrus press again with our other half of the lime. Lime's going in. You always want to put it face side down, so open side, down. And just a quick squeeze and press, and you get some amazing amount of lime juice coming out there. Alright. That being said, I'm just going to toss this around a little bit with the lime juice and the seasoning just to kind of heat it up and get those flavors going. The other thing you can add into your salsa, there is some in the seasoning, but certainly if you like your salsa like chunky and like extra onions and things like that, that's great to do as well. The poco picante does have your cilantro in already, but I know some folks either love or hate cilantro. We love it in this house, so you can certainly add extra of that if you'd like to as well. But just simple mix up there, and you've got some great salsa going. All right, I'm going to bring our fajitas back over. Just switch a few things here. And we'll go ahead and dress those up a little. Grab that. Awesome. So steamer, and I actually said it the wrong way. Steamer, here's your vents on the top. You want to make sure, and my hands are wet, you want to make sure that you're opening outward, because all that steam would have been coming right up into your face. So you don't want that to happen. Let me get rid of that. Alright. I'm using our grab and go tongs. All of our items that are like, we have spatulas, flippers, things like that, they all come in a set. That is our Chef Pro Tools set, which I actually like as well. These are all food grade silicone, stainless steel underneath, but coated in food grade silicone. These are great for salads, great for just picking things up, or if you're frying something in a pan. They are going to hold up to the heat, just so you know. All of our silicone will hold to 425 degrees. So you do have that option. I'm just kind of mixing this around, getting the seasoning and the flavors going a little bit here. And then I'll show you what I've got here. Alrighty. So, just got my tortilla ready to go. And our chicken is completely done. There's no question. However, it's done, but it's not dry. It's still moist, it's juicy, it's tender. I don't know how well you can see that. Let's see here. But you can see like it's still wet looking. So that chicken is moist, it is tender. Cooking with the vegetables as well helps keep the flavors and nutrients in there just as well too. So that's a chicken, but I'm going to pull this riser off that has chicken on so you can take a look at the vegetables as well. Scooch that in a little bit. Awesome. Put that right there. Okay, friends, here are fajita veggies. So you can see they've gotten done quite well. Still liquid in the bottom. I did not add any liquid to this recipe whatsoever. This is all the natural juices coming right out of the vegetables. So you've got fresh, colorful fajitas that you can plate up. You can literally put your multi-purpose steamer. You can go right to your counter or right onto your dinner table. It is warm inside, warm on the outside, but it's not hot that you have to worry about scalding anything as if you would sit a pot or a pan onto the table. So you don't need to trivet it or anything like that. The next best thing about our steamers is the cleanup. Now, I'm not always the one that does the dishes because I have an amazing husband who takes care of me very well. But when I have to do the dishes and it's a steamer or any of our silicone products, I can literally soap, rinse, and I'm done. Nothing sticks to it. We have even made, and let me get this, I'm going to serve him up real quick. So we've even made bacon in the steamer. So start with raw bacon. You put it on the little riser shelf. I did bacon in 6 minutes in the microwave on the riser shelf. And then the best part about that, let's get some guac on here. This is really big. I hope you're going to be able to handle like putting this together to eat it. So I believe in generous portions, friends. Just for this, because this is healthy. But, all right. There we go. So as you can see, we've got fajitas ready to go. And how much time did we have? 7 minutes on the chicken. May have taken me 5-6 minutes to do the guac and the salsa while the chicken was cooking. So could you easily see yourself at the end of a day and saying, oh my gosh, what are we having for dinner? Let's go out to eat. Well, I don't know. Well, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? And no one can decide. This is easy. You just pop out. Okay, we know we need a protein tonight. We know we need some vegetables. Get something out in the morning. Thaw out your proteins. Put it in the fridge to thaw, and then pick from one of your kits. Quick and easy. Every single meal in our Good Food Real Fast kits is geared towards 20 minutes or less. So that being said, super easy, super amazing. Like I said, we've been eating this way honestly since August. We did not start eating our meal plan until September 9th, but it's probably been the best thing we ever could have done for our health, as far as, just making sure that our body's getting the vitamins and nutrients and the things that it needs. And that's super, super, super important, especially as our age is starting to climb up there. So anyway, I'm going to pass this off. You want to try that out? And if you say this is gross, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. You know that, because we know we like this. But anyway, those of you that know my husband know he would pull a trick like that. But anyway, thank you for watching that. I just wanted you to see like how quick and easy that could be. I will post my link down at the bottom as well. The Facebook Live thing, we're just kind of navigating that and learning how to get everything coordinated at one time. So thanks for walking alongside me on that, but we'll get better as we go along. I will post the shopping link down below that you can certainly shop if you see anything that you like here, but I encourage you, come out and check out the website, see what else is out there. Currently, right now, we have 5 gifting items that they brought out for us for the holiday season, which are amazing. We have 2 different baking dishes. We have a fresh cheese maker. Absolutely incredible. Alright, I have to show you something real quick. Sorry, I'm going in the fridge. Let me show a finished product. So, we have a fresh cheese maker where you can start from, and I really didn't plan to go here, but it just hit my brain. This is one of our gifting items. I will tell you these are going fast, so if it is something you're interested in, you certainly want to take a look at that and get on my website. Our fresh cheese maker allows you to make fresh cheese in your home for $1.50 per round. Now mind you, this is a half of round size, but it allows you to make flavorful cheese. You can add your own seasonings and spices and things like that. Great for entertaining. You're going to have people over. Chances are you're going to go to the store, you're going to buy something with cream cheese in it, or you're going to buy a wheel of brie and you're going to put jam on it or something like that. How cool would it be to make several different wheels of cheese or rounds of cheese with seasonings that you already know and that you already love? The other night, Friday night, I made 4 different kinds of cheese. I made a buffalo ranch cheese. I made a summer berry cheese, which is a sweet cheese. All of that from scratch though. You need any kind. You can use either whole milk, 2% milk, goat's milk. You can use vegan milk. We did find out that coconut and almond are not the best choices because they don't really have a lot of fat in them in order to set up and make a good curd. But the way that you make cheese, quick and easy, fresh cheese maker, it's basically 3 parts. So this is our lid, silicone lid. It also has a measuring part in the top. But in addition to that, and this is a cheese that I just made that just needs to come out, is this one I made with our CCB. And basically that's just a dry seasoning that is cheddar, chive, and bacon. And so I season that cheddar, chive, and bacon. But what you get are 3 parts and all the instructions. You basically are making this in the microwave in about 14 minutes. Then you let it rest on your counter for half an hour. And then you're going to strain it out. And you'll end up with your cheese product. You have your whey in the bottom and your cheese product in the top. Put it in your fridge for about an hour. After which you can take it out and you have fresh cheese that is absolutely wonderful and ready to go. Doesn't have any extra additives, no preservatives, nothing bad in it that way. So, but it gives you a little bit of control over that as well. The other thing it's nice for, you can make your own cheese to put like in lasagna and things like that as well. So instead of ricotta, you've got your own cheese that you've created for ricotta as well. It's crazy. But anyway, this is like our new friend, but I will tell you it is a seasonal item and it is out in the gifting line. It runs $29.95 and they are going fast. So I'm going to put a post with a link to all our gifting items too, so you can kind of see what those are. But I do encourage you, we also have the best turkey ever kit. It gives you enough seasoning and ingredients, instructions, shopping lists, all the what you need to do before making your holiday meal. But it gives you enough that you can make 2 full turkey dinners. So also eating healthy and at the Cure way. I have an empty plate and a husband staring at me right now, so hold please.
May I have
Would you like more?
some more?
Was it good?
Yes.
Okay. You do not have to change your voice for this. You can pop on real quick though and let them know what you thought of it.
It was good.
No, you can show yourself. You're dressed the right way.
No, I'm scared right now.
Ah, he's fine. But anyway, y'all know him. He's crazy. Pop in here. Tell me what you liked about it.
Everything?
No, don't
No,
look at
actually,
me. Look at them.
It was good actually. Yeah, I like everything.
Okay.
I'm a vegetable and a fat guy, so I eat anything. So.
You're not fat anymore.
I'm
We're working
getting
on
there. I'm
this.
getting there.
We are totally working on this. And we're working on it together. I have to tell you, that probably has been the best blessing ever, is to have your accountability partner under the same roof. Because we're able to talk about, like every day, like what are you doing? What did we have? What do you want to have today? And we are on opposite schedules sometimes, so...
Don't skip on the guacamole.
Okay, there you go. Thanks. Being on opposite schedules, sometimes it's hard because it's like, how do I make a whole big meal and there's nobody here to eat it? Because our son's on one schedule. Bruce and I are somewhat on the same, but as things, everybody's busy, it's nice. I use instead of using the big multi-purpose steamer, I'll use the rectangle steamer and make a meal that's perfect for either 1 or 2 of us. If I make it in the big one, usually I'll have leftovers and we'll have that for lunch the next day. And we can feel good about that because what we're having for dinner is healthy enough that we can have it for lunch as well. So it's not affecting our eating plan or anything like that. So that being said, I know I bounced around just a little bit, but thank you for watching. I'm not going to take a whole lot more time, but you'll see us pop back on here in about off and on throughout this season because I've got a lot to share with you. This is only the beginning, friends. Like I said, we've been at this and signed up since August, and Epicure's been an incredible blessing to our family, and not only the health aspect wise, but providing extra income. Those of you that know that I was with Wild Tree for 14 years, and that income was going away in July, and God blessed us with Epicure, and I have to tell you, I'm further in this career in 3 months than I was in 14 years with my last endeavor. So it's crazy. It takes my breath away when I think about it. And I encourage you, if you are looking for extra income, or even just looking for something extra that you want to do, or you're a foodie like us and you like to cook, you know, hit me up. We can host it. I can do cooking classes here, or certainly we can do a cooking class in your house, and you'll get the host benefits. You get half price items, you get free items, but you get to introduce your friends to something that's healthy and good. And I will tell you, people are loving the products because they're affordable, but they're also healthy, but they provide a meal solution. So they teach you how to eat quick and easy and healthy and fast without going through the drive-thru. So, or without spending a lot of money. So I encourage you, if you're interested in hosting a class, hit me up, because what we do is we cook from one of the 5 meal kits, similar to what I did tonight, but the best part about it is you don't have to do a lot of prep. All you need to do is go get some groceries for me, some proteins and veggies, whatever items I give you. You saw tonight I cooked with avocado, peppers, onions, chicken, and some tomatoes. I didn't put a lot of money into that. So all I'll give you is a quick and easy grocery list. You invite your friends over. You and I aren't prepping the meal. Your friends are going to cook the meal. We cook it all together. It's fun. It gets everyone using the different tools and trying different things. So even people that don't like to cook or have never experienced cooking can actually kind of get in and start to learn some things too. So that being said, friends, if there's anything of interest to you that I've said tonight, and if I can be of further assistance, please let me know, because I'll tell you, we're changing lives, and I absolutely am on a journey for a reason. So I thank you. Have a great night, and thanks for watching.